he said, "I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised." Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them the way Kemba has.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special, because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Baca is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for the Celtics, Brown the small four with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. Leonard dishes to Beverley. He kicks it to Morris. Shot clock at 6. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And so Tatum nails them both. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Lets it go from 11. Drained for 2 points.
We see time and time again Tatum making a difficult shot against tight defense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Yep, that one goes in there.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Walker the pass to Tice. Tatum with it. Defended by Ibaka. Pass to Walker. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard dishes to Beverley. Ibaka outside. A 3 from Morris. That shot misses. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Brown the pass to Tatum. Smart wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. To the inside. It's stolen by Brown. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. Busted. No good that time either.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Boston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Over to the left wing. And Walker kicks to Tice. Inside, here's Smart, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Brown. Los Angeles with another miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Tatum's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Morris finds Ibaka. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Walker the pass to Smart. Walker against Beverly. Pull from the top of the key. Here's Tice. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Ibaka. To the left wing. Smart against Beverly. Ibaka outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 4. Here's Tatum. Count it from 12. Tatum's got 6 points.
The height, the footwork. No wonder Tatum's knocked down mid-range from there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
There's a break in the action. Let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Morris passes to Leonard. Outside, George. Good on the triple.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's Walker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy's just too much speed.
Beverly with the ball. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. It's a 3-point game. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who was the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Outside, Walker. Dishes to Brown. And there's the pass to Tice. Down Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Brown against Leonard. This is it to Beverly. And here's George. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Morris finds George. He can't hit that time. Walker with some nice steam. Three-pointer. Is hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
That free throw, no good.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest. Plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And he sinks the second. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Outside Tatum. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Here's Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside, George. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Teague is checked in for the Celtics. Celtics on D. 6-point lead. And George kicks to Morris. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Connects from three-point range.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
Teague the pass to Tatum. Now, here's Tice. Pass to Brown. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Leonard. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Brown. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. to the wing on the left. Ibaka dishes to Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. Boston leading by 5. T kicks to Brown. T feeling it out a bit. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Leonard. The 15-footer. The shot's good.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Teague finds Tatum. Outside, Smart. 11 feet away, and it's Teague. That time on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 7. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Williams passes to Ibaka.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Good. Serge Ibaka.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Boston leading by 6. Back to Teague. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The 3 from Tatum. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 9 points for Jason Tatum. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Ibaka looking for an opening. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. .24 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Teague. Lays it up off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Boston lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Leonard. The tray. No good that time. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. On a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We come back right after this. Serge Ibaka talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, and straight to the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary play.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Williams. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. Now the pass to Leonard. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Leonard's got 6.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Brown outside. Down low. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. And it's 13 points for Jason Tatum.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Passes it to Kennard. Brown against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
Teague, the pass to Tatum. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. Here's Thompson. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Clippers call time here. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Oh, well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Zubats the pass to Williams. Here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Takes it out to Leonard. The shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Wanamaker. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Kemba Walker is checked in for Jeff Teague. Leonard against Tatum. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Brown outside. Back to Walker. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Look, I like how aggressive Thompson is inside. He's easily picking up fouls thanks to his massive size.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Thompson. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. There's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have from some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
And the rejection by Zubac. To the paint, here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Thompson outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown down low, defended by George. Brown, good. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, Brown is a powerful wing player. You'd like to get him the ball inside.
George passes to Zubac. Stolen by Thompson. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
Oh, Brown is just fearless, Kevin. I mean, especially when it comes to going right into the contact.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Brown.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And Brown drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Walker against Williams. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. With his first shot attempt, they get it back. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Austin making a switch here. Green's checked in. Walker taking his time here. Outside, Green. Pass to Thompson. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George against Thompson. George, no good.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Great open look there. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
And the handling ability of Walker, just a magician with the ball in his hand.
Williams against Walker. The pass to Leonard. He dishes it to George. Lock at 6. And nothing is falling for him right now.
He hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
Here's Green, and the layup's good off the glass. Now Williams, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Leonard. It's on target from the high post.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now here's Green. To the inside. Thompson finds Brown. The Celtics need to get a shot off from deep. Green. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Here's Leonard. Good D by Thompson. Celtics leading by 17.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Williams. Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity, but Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year, and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. Kicks it to Brown. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Walker. Buried from 15 feet out. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a tough shot, but Walker doesn't even flinch. Drains it right in his face.
And there's the feed to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Williams. The rebound by Ibaka.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Leonard,
the pass to Beverly. Jackson against Walker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
For the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Leonard attacking. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics leading by 13. Green kicks to Walker. Pass to Thompson. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Williams with the block. Here's Green. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And, frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Jump shot is good. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the release Jackson has, just a confident shooter who does a great job at squaring up from there.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, more and more, Jason Tatum is looking like a future superstar. He's got the temperament, the desire, and the ability to take over games. Won't become more athletic, but will start to play with more power as he becomes stronger.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Walker with it. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Tice in at the center. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
You love the different ways that Tatum can score. Posting up, facing up, putting the ball on the floor. He's having a great night.
And the pass to Beverly. He kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Releases. Rebound Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Brown throws it down.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding an open man.
Clippers trail by 17. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got 18 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here's Beverly. Left side, George. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you see Tatum using that insane reach on the catch. I mean, he can go get it.
Leonard looking over the floor. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Brown.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Tatum in the charge. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 19. Feeds to Leonard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
What's up?
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good.
And of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
So he gets them both. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, and the D can't do enough with Beverly down there. I mean, he's just too clever for them with his interior shot.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Good from Beverly. And it's Kenneth Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. Outside, Smart. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 15. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Down low. Tries from 16. Morris, no good. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Oh, Tatum in position. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Tatum's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Walker against George. The dish to Leonard. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Teague is checked in for the Celtics. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Williams is checked in. Brown outside. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And we can see this from his rookie year. Tatum's a guy who's going to make shots and at times carry an offense. Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Theis. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
Here's Smart. An easy 2 points on the layup. Smart's got 8 points.
Just too physical. Smart, shedding the defense and finishing strong.
Here's Beverly. He feeds it to Williams. Shot clock at 6. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot is good. And last season, Daniel Theis shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, when you call that great efficiency, both inside and out, new contract this summer, the reward is terrific play.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Checked in for Patrick Beverly.
A chance now to see the numbers for Jeff Teague. Good season for him last year. Put up about 12 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Ibaka outside. Morris outside. And the Clippers miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Good on the shot.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Outside, Smart. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Kennard, the pass to Morris. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game. 3-pointer, and it's Teague. That time on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
George, that's a 2-pointer. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 11 points in the game. Teague dishes to Tatum. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Brown. Williams can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Morris has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Here's Brown. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 11 rebounds in the game. Teague can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Williams against Brown. Williams passes to Ibaka. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Ibaka's got 5 now.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Baseline jumper, and it's Brown missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting 41% from the floor so far in the 3rd. The shot by George, no good. Celtics leading by 22. Outside Teague. Passes to Tatum. Outside Smart. Nailed from 3-point land. He's got 11.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers shooting the ball at 42%. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Kennard. Now here is Ibaka. He's guarded closer, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah. Flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
The Celtics have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
To the inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
The Clippers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
One shot.
Throw good. Serge Ibaka. Celtics leading by 22. Smart passes to Tice. Smart against Williams. Right side Teague. 6 on the shot clock. And Thompson throws it down.
This is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
Teague against Williams. A floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need him.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he
can. The shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Here's Tatum. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the Celtics making a change here. Walker's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Lou Williams. And so Tatum nails them both. Here's Kennard. 5 points in the game. Pass to Zubac. Back to Kennard. Outside Jackson. The shot from 20 feet away. And the shot is long.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Tatum. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And that one falls for Tatum. There's 45 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The pass to Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 23 points. Austin's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. And Walker kicks to Tatum. At 6. 17-foot shot on the way. And another basket for Boston.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Outside Leonard. This one for three, and the last second attempt doesn't fall.
What a fantastic defender. Smart uses his big, strong body and impressive reach to pester shooters.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Excellent defense. Keep getting the ball side to side on offense. We're getting a lot of good looks. Let's be patient in getting our best look. Down here, just duplicate what you're doing. Let's go.
Well, clearly Brad loves how determined they've been on defense.
I mean, I like how he gave his guys credit there, while he's also challenging them on offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. Green against Patterson. Lets it go from deep. Thompson passes to Green. Jackson against Walker. 2 points. That one goes.
How about the quick feet of Walker that really come into play on his drives to the rack?
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Today, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
I mean, with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways.
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, man, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
From deep, Green. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Jackson. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. A rebound by the Celtics. Here's Wanamaker. Second shot opportunity. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Jackson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, and Jackson is a guy that loves the contact, especially when he's shooting the ball.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against you. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama. That
whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Pass to Wanamaker. And the rejection by Zubats. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. The first one falls. You see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Williams dishes to Williams. Boston, no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Pass to Ojal. Wanamaker looking over the floor. A shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. In the corner, Shamet with it. Baseline try. Rebound by Williams. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Ojale. Patterson defending. The rebound by Patterson.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Williams kicks to Ojale. Dishes it to Williams. And the rejection by Jackson. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there. Bucks. Look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. It's a shame you got to go to Embiid or Zingas. And we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters. And now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Tatum dishes to T. Tatum passes to Smart. There's the lob to Brown.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Clippers shooting for the game at 42%. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Ibaka kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. That shot is off. Great D that time from Tatum. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Goes up at the stripe. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. There's the pass to Poirier. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. So it's Boston now. Teague finds Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Over George. There's Williams. Oh, and that's jammed by Williams.
Oh, you see the advanced footwork for a young player. Tatum running the pick and roll with ease.
Outside, George. Off target with his 3.
He's done almost no damage from 3-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
George against Smart. And George kicks to O'Quinn. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players, trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the way.
That free throw good from Shamet. Ojale is checked in for Boston. Green comes in for Marcus Smart. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Both shots good from the stripe. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Jackson against T. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And Los Angeles guys shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty, down around 29%. Passes it to Kabengele. Kicks to Jackson. Outside, George puts it up from 15. Basket good. And that's now 9 points for Reggie Jackson.
The catch and shoot, Jay, is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
Teague drives in. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Kabengele. On the wing, George. Traps in the tray.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Here's Ogilvy, defended by George. Here's Williams, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Taken away by Williams. Teague against Jackson. Pass to Poirier. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, no, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the lead. That's poor defensive work.
Shamet the pass to Jackson. Now O'Quinn. Back to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shamet, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Celtics leading by 23. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Poirier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Poirier's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
Outside, George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
T kicks to Ogilvy. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. George against T. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's the Clippers. Jackson passes to Shamet. O'Quinn with it, working on Williams. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Wanamaker. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, congrats on the win. What was Coach's focus going into the game tonight?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Well, it looks like you listened to him. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I started with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
You can see the bruises. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now Beverly following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. And the pass to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. And Morris throws it down.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Smart passes to Tatum. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's good.
Dude, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. 6 on the shot clock. And that misses badly. Air ball. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Smart passes to Tice. Outside Tatum. For three. He'll put that. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And this game is tied up now.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. In reviewing this matchup, he said, not sure Kawhi Leonard gets the credit he deserves as an offensive player. He can hurt you so many ways. Well, Kevin, we saw that last year in the finals. It will take a team-wide effort to limit his impact.
Thank you, David. Now, here is George after Jaylen Brown's miss. Goes up again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
That's good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And Walker kicks to Brown. End of this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And Brown is so aggressive, a masterful penetrator who abuses defenders on the drive.
Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now Beverly. Up top, Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first.
Well, the wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
up. The NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Oh, check out the handles. Their nasty spin move had his man grabbing for air.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. Coming off a terrific season. First in steals, and of course, one of the game's truly elite scorers with the second most points per game in the league.
And as you said, first in steals last season. You have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. Tatum with it. George picks him up. Outside, Walker. Outside, Tatum. Throws it up high.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 2. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Morris dishes to Beverly. Pass to Ibaka. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard with no one around. A three-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Walker. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
On the free throw, no good.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Now Tatum. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Tatum passes to Smart. Now here's Tice. Smart on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Tatum. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
George passes to Morris. Over Walker. Morris, no good. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. And slam dunk by Smart.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Clippers trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Got this moment here. Now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Count that bucket.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 16-6 run. And Walker kicks to Smart. And it's Tice in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, Smart. Inside, Tatum. And the rejection by Ibaka. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Walker finds Brown. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Finished off the break. Now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Brown the pass to Walker. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J. It's hauled in by Beverly. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Here's Brown. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Walker. It's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Here's George. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Walker. He's got 6. And it's Walker again missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Make it a distraction. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Now here's Brown. Tatum with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
And the first one drops.
Third pick in that 17 NBA draft after a strong rookie campaign. I think Tatum was going to be around for a while.
That one misses.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
George against Smart. The shot by George, no good. Brown the pass to Smart. The kick out to T. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. The 9-foot shot. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. And that's now 10 points for Leonard.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
There's really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Beverly after the basket by Boston. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Now here's Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Tatum kicks to Brown. Teague against Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. It's Morris atop the key. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Clippers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Against George. Ibaka outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
It'll count, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Clippers on top, ending the first quarter with a tremendous 17-3 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Celtics. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Teague. And it's Wanamaker in at the 2 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. All free throws, good from Beverly. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's It's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And so Tatum nails them both. Clippers leading by 4. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 13 points for Leonard.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And here is Teague. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Tatum dishes to Teague. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Celtics trail by 8. Now Teague. Outside Tatum. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Thompson. Three-pointer on the way. And no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Kennard. Teague covering. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Thompson against Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Zubac trying to break loose. Kawhi Leonard again. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. A nice shot by Tatum.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Tatum against Leonard. Shot from 12. Rebound by the Celtics. Pass to Teague. Out left to the wing. Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Puts it up from 17. Teague can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Celtics trail by 7. Now here's Tatum. Kicks to Teague. Now the pass to Thompson. In the corner, Tatum with it. Lets it go with the 3. Wanamaker misses. Clippers leading by 7. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Brown. Kennard kicks to Zubac. Jackson passes to Williams.
Well, good work from Jeff Teague to get himself in terrific position to help alter that look.
To the paint. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Reggie Jackson. The Celtics have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, T.
And T can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Jackson finds Zubats. Williams looking over the floor. And the dunk by Zubats.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
So his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Now here's Thompson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Here's Thompson. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
To the middle. On the left block. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Tatum.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Now here's Williams. It's stolen by Teague. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Teague's got the ball. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Brown, and Walker subbed in for Jeff Teague. Thompson passes to Wanamaker. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. From the top of the key, he buries it.